Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Ricky with TQQQ Solutions. Hope that you guys are all having an amazing Sunday. For those that aren't familiar with who it is that I am, my name is Ricky. We run the largest YouTube channel for those who invest in the stock market, and we also have the largest free private trading community for those who invest in the stock market. If you guys have ever wanted to get started and invest in the stock market, there's no better time. And if you haven't watched any of my helpful videos on my YouTube playlist, feel free to check that out. I have over 1,000 videos on YouTube. We have a little bit over 330,000 subscribers on YouTube, a little bit over 145,000 members within our free trading community. That's called TQQQ Solutions. It's that third link in the description. Invest 30 seconds. Check it out if you guys haven't joined us already. But we have and host these Sunday Stock Talks. As you guys can see at the end of the title, that's pretty much what it states. We host one of these every single Sunday, right? It kind of makes sense. But yeah, what we do is we pretty much talk about, as a group, about the top stocks that we see value in for this upcoming week. None of these stocks are any stock suggestions in any way. All we do is we come together as a group, we prepare for the week, and we make sure that we break down the stocks, the ones that our members see value in. So I'm going to go ahead and start sharing my screen a little bit so you guys can start seeing your guys' messages. So if you ever want to tune in live, this is pretty much what it looks like. These are our amazing members, those that are part of TQQQ Solutions, those that are part of Learn, Plan, Profit. That's our private course group. They get to watch me trade live. Stay tuned at the very end of the video if you guys potentially want a discount. So we'll be talking about that in just a little bit. But yeah, for those that are tuning in live, you guys should be able to see your messages right here. I am actually at the old house. As you guys can see, there's some things missing. Here at the house, we're still getting all settled in the new house, and there's no Wi-Fi yet at the new house, so we're going to be getting that installed hopefully by tomorrow. Wow, I just realized that because of the Learn, Plan, Profit group, I have to be here at 6 in the morning.
Please,
or I can just go live off of my laptop, so we'll have to see. But yeah, so I want to say what's up to all of you guys that are tuning in right now. For those that are tuning in, I want you guys to state if you guys are part of TQQQ Solutions or Learn, Plan, Profit. Just comment right here. I'm part of both, right? So I'm going to comment both right here. But you guys let me know where you guys are from as well. So for those that aren't familiar with where I'm from, I'm originally from Orange County, California. But then right now I'm in Arizona and going to the ASU Polytechnic campus. So we got LPP, we got Tech Buzz, we got both. My goodness. As you guys can see, it kind of looks like the Matrix, right? All the people tune in. Where are you guys from? So we have a couple people saying that they're from Texas. A couple people saying that they're from Utah. All right, we got, what is that? Charleston. I like that. What's going on, Chris? What's going on, Brandon? What's going on, Josh? Ooh, Chicago. I like it. I actually really like Chicago. Fullerton, New York. Dang, this thing is going. How about those outside of the United States? Do we have any people outside of the United States? Oh, I see in India. Let's see, Canada, Michigan. Michigan's not from outside the United States. Obviously, I was just reading what it said. Vancouver, there we go. Ooh.
Tilted Towers.
There we go. As you guys can see, pretty much what we try to do, if you guys have ever watched any of our videos, we just try to have fun with what it is that we do. I do want to suggest 3 simple tips that we try to really focus on when it comes down to our group, and we really encourage you not to trade based on other people's opinion. If anyone ever tries to tell you where you should invest your hard-earned money, where you should buy, where you should sell stuff, that should be a huge red flag on maybe why you shouldn't either follow them or pay attention to them. I think the reason that our group has been growing at such a rapid pace is pretty much this. We're a free group, right? TQQQ Solutions. Learn, Plan, Profit. That's the group that gets to watch me trade live. That's that first link in the description. That's a little bit different, but our free group, TQQQ Solutions, we really try to keep it as simple as possible. We talk about investing in quality stocks, not trading based on other people's opinion, focusing on patterns in which we understand, which means that if you don't understand patterns, you're going to need to dedicate more time to understand that, and it's just a learning process, right? Kind of just like everything, riding a bike. You don't get it right away, but then when you do, it becomes second nature, right? And then the last thing is understanding how to manage your risk, understanding that the stock market is a risky market, right? And I think one of the best ways on how to get started, especially if you've ever wanted to get started, is paper trading, which is simulation trading, which means that you invest with fake money. So you can test out everything that you learn from my videos, everything that you learn from other people, right? There's so many resources that you guys can utilize. I think one of the best ways is definitely just testing out the waters, seeing if this is a market in which you can actually grow your account. That's the whole purpose, right, of investing. And if you can and you understand, most importantly, not just growing your account, but if you understand what you're doing, then again, making that fluid transition from fake money to real money. And it's as simple as that, right? So first test it out, see if it's something that you would like to be a part of. We would love to be a part of that process for you, and then kind of just have fun with it. And that's what we try to do with every market that we invest in. For those that are, asking like, what else do I do? Browsing around my YouTube channel, just for a very quick summary of kind of like what it is. I'm 23 years old, and we invest in multiple markets. I own a couple of real estate properties. I just bought my 5th house here in Gilbert. It's a little bit over 5,700 square feet. It has a total of 8 rooms altogether, a moving room. It has an amazing pool. I haven't posted much of it on social media just yet. We're going to be working on a couple of videos, but also another hobby that we have on the side is buying and reselling cars. We do this with your daily drivers, which I truly do love, right? Who loves like saving money on gas? Me. But we also do this with a bunch of cars that we really have a passion for, kind of like the GTRs, my McLaren, and stuff like that. So it all starts out with somewhere or with something, right? And Sergio, do you remember the first vehicle that you bought and resold?
Yes, my Camry.
Oh no,
the
bike.
Motorcycle.
Yeah, the bike. He had a Gixxer 750.
750 2007.
Yeah, he had it for about a couple months, and I think you broke even or $200 profit, something like that. And and that was with a 25 or 20.
$21 bike.
What? Well,
It was just $25 investment, and we sold it for $3. So it was
okay,
$500 profit.
so it's $2,500, and that's the thing that I want you guys to understand. I'll stop going on a tangent after this, but one thing that I think I don't talk about as much now is like a lot of people are kind of viewing me and where I am as of right now, and some people might find it like very like unrealistic to be able to, let's say, buy and resell GTRs, which some of you 100% can, but some people aren't, right? Some people aren't in that position yet. And what I want to tell you to kind of like inspire you is one of the biggest factors is saving money and working on your stable income. And with that being said, once you get those two things down, being able to buy and resell something that is around the $1,000 to $2,000 to $3,000 range, regardless of what it is, just to build up that capital, it all starts with just getting that ball rolling and that small picture in what can lead to something so much greater. So I want you guys to know that you don't need to be reselling all these different things. And yeah, I know I kind of went off on a tangent. I just have been getting a lot of questions because of my recent sell of the blue GTR and stuff like that. And yeah, so I say minivan today. I'm thinking about buying and reselling room for profit. I like that. Yeah, regardless of what it is, whatever it is that you guys want to resell. I used to buy and resell phones, right? So someone said hi.
They're like, "Are you sitting with Ricky?" So like,
No.
yeah, this is me.
Yeah, this isn't Ishmael though.
Yes.
Ishmael didn't die the tip of his... Oh, wait. All right, let's go ahead and get started with the Sunday Stock Talk. I want to thank you guys again for putting with me for the rest of the for that intro. I know that was about 8 minutes long. Really do apologize. Just really wanted to warm the audience up. So let's go ahead and get right to it. Feel free to share your top stocks. Again, one per person. Your top stock that you see value in that's actively trending up this week in that ticker call out format. So again, if you want me to break something down, do you see how Justin broke it down in this specific format where it's the ticker symbol, support and resistance, desired entry point, sell point, and why it has potential? Do it like that. And tag me also so it highlights it orange. It's just easier for me to catch. And again, disclaimer, I'm not going to be able to read all of them and break all of them down. After the end of the video, I will try my best to work with you within the direct messages for those that are part of Learn, Plan, Profit, and TechBit Solutions to give you my own 2 cents on whatever tickers I did not break down for you. But let's go ahead and get right to it. I really do appreciate you guys' time, and let's have fun. We should be doing this for about, well, let's not say how long we're going to be doing it for. Let's just have fun and do it. So here we go. Just going on links. All right, so ticker symbol NLST. So from Carlos, NLST, here we go. So the 1 day, 1 minute chart, it looks like on Friday, again, because today's Sunday, Friday during pre-market hours, it had a really nice push up. First of all, this is a very low cap stock. I personally would not trade something like this. The risk is a little bit too high for me. Again, I'm trading with a little bit of a higher dollar value, so I would just personally stay away from it. On top of that, I think, so with all of you, I want you guys to do this breakdown with me. Looking at this descending pattern and these random pushes, pumps, right, that it has up. Do you see what this huge push that it had up?
Yeah.
This is, I think, one of the biggest mistakes that a lot of new traders make. I'm not saying, Carlos, in any way that you're a new trader. It 100% makes sense on why you talked about this one. It's a stock that's pushing up. It's showing signs of potential, right? It's signs of an uptrend pattern. That's something that we find very attractive. It almost hit 100% growth. Easiest way for me to put it is like, you know, I want to invest in the stock market because I wanted to make it a sustainable income, right? I want to invest in the stock market long term. And one thing that I noticed for a lot of new people is they kind of go all in. They kind of like really force and try to make sense of every single trade that they take or every single stock that they find on Stock Twitch or promoted on Twitter by this so-called, you know, guru, whoever it is. If they're telling you what to buy and what to sell, I see that to be a huge red flag. Regardless of their success rate, I just think that even if like Warren Buffett, right? Someone that I personally respect so much, even if he were to tell me, hey, Ricky, you should invest in this specific ticker, I would, as myself, as an investor, it would make sense on why then I would do my own due diligence to try to make sense on why he's thinking that that's a good deal and try to verify every statement and fact that he's trying to make. Does that not make sense? So I would encourage you, if you see value in MLST, great, all power to you. I'm just telling you that based on this pattern of these pumps, it probably, let's follow up with it. If you guys can remind me, in about 2 to 3 weeks, I could almost guarantee you that this thing will be back at around sub 15 cents. And it's because these stocks are promoted, they're manipulated, and a lot of usual new traders jump into the stock without knowing on where it's going to end. And how many of you guys have done that? I've done that multiple times when I just started, right? And it pulls back, you bag hold, and then you end up experiencing exponential loss. And with that understanding, it's great for those that know how to take advantage of it. And again, that's later down the road, but you just have to be honest with yourself, right? Like if you're going to just start learning how to drive, are you going to be racing with an F1 car? Probably not, right? Because you're not a professional racer and you can't keep up with them. Same thing with this. Easiest way to put it is just be realistic with yourself. You're probably not ready to trade these momentum stocks because they're easily manipulated. It doesn't mean that you cannot make money. I don't want to say that you can't make money with these pump and dumps. It just means that there's a huge form of risk involved. And I don't encourage new traders to even expose themselves to these specific opportunities because I don't think that it makes, much sense, right? So NLST is a good short, possibly. It's up to you guys, right? But I definitely think that it's way overextended. RSI indicator, right? We can see the RSI indicator over here, the MACD indicator. We can see this manipulation and this movement of volume. So all power to you in whatever it is that you want to do. I personally would stay away because I think it's a pump and dump. But yeah. Does he give out stocks to invest in? I do not. I have never told, nor will I ever tell anyone where to buy and sell. If you want to join Learn Plan Profit or Technical Solutions for me to tell you what to do and what to trade, then please do not join. I don't care, even if you were to pay me $100,000. It's not my job, it's not my money that I'm here to invest for you, right? So you should always do your own due diligence, and if you don't have the time nor the intelligence to do it, then you probably should just invest a little bit more time to learn about it. But yeah, let's go ahead and move on. So again, let's make sure that we put in the proper ticker format. And again, be sure to copy and paste it just because I'm not going to come across all of them. So ticker symbol HTZ. What's going on, James? All right, so I definitely like HTZ in that price point and where it's at right now. So I definitely do see a lot of value in this overall pattern, this normal kind of. So what we can say is I'm going to change my drawing tool to a rectangle, and I call these ranges, right? Whatever it is that you want to call them. We were talking a little bit about it within the Learn Plan Profit Group. You can call them ranges, volume, not volume, territory, all that stuff, right? The purpose of this is to identify where's a good territory to potentially buy, so good deal territory or good deal range, and good sell territory or good sell range. It's just this general area of where something is normally viewed as a little bit more on the overextended side, right? And when we look at HTZ, right, we could try to identify where it normally bounces at, price points so-called viewed as supports, and price points of so-called viewed as resistance. So when doing my technical analysis, I could see that multiple times it's tried to bounce around this general area of about $17 to $18. And we're around that area, and it looks like it's trying to show some signs of reversal, right? But one thing that you want to ask yourself is, let me talk to you guys. So for all those that are tuning in live right now, what's 3 things that we would like HTZ to do before investing? So I 100% agree that, hey, HTZ is showing signs of, good deal opportunity when it comes down to the technicals. What's something that, we might want to wait for? right? Being a little bit more patient. So higher highs, confirmation. But what do you mean by confirmation? So confirmation of what? So what is it that we needed to do? So EMA pointing up, perfect. I like that. I think it's Andre, right? Break above the EMA line and pull back. Love that. The pullback confirmation that we always talk about. What do I mean by that? When something is pushing up, I saw someone say higher highs. So when something, what do we mean by higher highs? These candles right here, when they push up, they pull back and they don't go as low as they did before, and then they push up again and they went higher than they did before. So it's almost like an upward staircase pattern, right? So it continues to make higher highs and it continues to make higher lows. So it doesn't pull back as low as it did before. It usually holds above this EMA line when it continues that uptrend pattern. That's definitely what we'd like to see. So 3 things. I would like the EMA line to start pointing up. I would like to start seeing higher highs. The MACD indicator looks good. The RSI looks good. Just direction. So which direction? So I'm going to ask Patrick Adams. So Patrick Adams, if you're investing in the stock market, what direction do you want your account, your brokerage account to go? Up or down, right? So what direction do we want the EMA to be pointing? Up or down? Because right now that EMA line is either pointing down or it's kind of flat line. When I invest in something, I don't want to break even, really, right? Unless I get to enjoy it. I don't really enjoy something with just my money invested in it. What's the EMA line? Feel free to Google it or YouTube it. I have a bunch of videos on it. It's in Learn, Plan, and Profit as well. Again, be sure to utilize these different platforms already out there. Let's try to avoid any FAQs if you haven't done your own research yet. So up, right? When we invest in something, especially in the stock market, we invest in something for our accounts to appreciate and value, for that stock to grow. When there is no direction, when there's no confirmation of HTZ showing signs of an uptrend, why would we buy right now? I'll tell you one reason that I'll buy. The fear of missing out. And fear that it's going to pop up and I'm going to miss out on the potential gap up opportunity. Second reason, I'm not disciplined enough to understand that I need to wait for confirmation. Third reason, I maybe just don't have experience trading and I think that I could buy whenever I want, right? And I don't need to wait for confirmation. And it just might be that I'm inexperienced, right? These are all things that we all go through. We have to admit that to ourselves, right? But now we know if we want to invest in something, it makes sense on why to wait for the confirmation. So I think we're on the right on the right foot. So up, 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 boom, 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 money moves. I like it. All right, let's move on to the next one. So what I would do here is, because we're getting a lot of consolidation within this area, I'm just going to set an alert when it starts to make higher highs. I think that's one of the easiest things to do. Let's just set our alerts, and we can add this to the pending reversal watch list. That's the beautiful thing about this. We don't have to just do a technical analysis for no reason. We do technical analysis to understand what stage, this stock is in. If it's something that I want to invest in this week, maybe when it fully reverses, and if it's one that I want to follow up with later, then let's add it to our kind of like watch later watch list, right? And that watch later watch list, for me, it's called pending reversals, and that's HCZ. So I just added it, boom, boom, boom. We're all good to go. All right. So Patrick Adams, CDXS. I feel like I have to break this one down for you because I use it as an example. Okay. So I actually am really happy that you brought this one up. So right away, as we're breaking this down, why is it 3 reasons that I want you guys each to give me a reason on why you would invest in it and why you wouldn't invest in it right away. What's going on, Marco? My freaking guy. What's up, man? So give me one reason. Overextended. Wholly overextended. RSI is too high. You guys got this. So overextended. RSI is too high. Now, I think we could all see that. It's one thing that we like to focus on is so Ishmael, a 2010 Honda Civic is worth $10,000. We all know that. Let's say that, right? Let's say that's the actual price. We're both in the market to buy and resell stuff for a profit. I'm going to sell it to you for $12,000. It's worth $10,000. So I'm going to profit $2,000.
Yeah.
Will you buy it?
No.
Why?
Because I want to buy it if I want to.
But why won't you buy it?
Because you're overpricing it.
Because it's not a good deal.
Yeah.
So when it comes down to these stocks, right? because they're so intangible, right? We can't like hold them. We can't really enjoy them. They become very difficult to make sense of. Like, how are these investments? Let's try to make it as understandable as possible. Is CDXS or whatever stock that you're going to invest in this week, ask yourself, is it a good deal? Do your own technical analysis, and I can see by CDXS, the only reason that I would potentially continue to invest in this is because it has a strong continuous uptrend pattern. It looks very overextended, and I think that there's a higher risk for a pullback than there is for profit. So with that understanding, like, yes, it's not a good deal and it can continue to push up and there's always that possibility. But if we focus on getting something for a good deal and following up with it when it's confirming an uptrend, then wouldn't that make sense? And that's my breakdown for CDXS. So it is a continuous uptrend pattern. I really like this stock. I would just like to follow up with it when it's in that better deal range. So now asking you guys, when would you consider buying CDXS? Let's see it. Wait for the bounce off the 180-day. It says MA. So I would say, so EMA, EMA is one thing. It's been bouncing off the EMA. So we could say this, right? So we could wait for a pullback. So it pushed up, pulled back, bounced, and then pushed up again. So we could wait for a pullback. What's another indicator? And other than the EMA, that's this blue line, right? The SMA, thank you, Ish. I wasn't just speaking to them, but... SMA.
LPP too.
Yeah, he is an LPP. But yeah, wouldn't it make sense that, you know, when there's a really, really good deal, right? This SMA line, the green line, when it pushes up, it's not a good deal. It pulls back. We wait for it to bounce, break again above the EMA line, wait for the EMA line to start pointing up, and then it continues this uptrend pattern. But do you see how that takes time? And time requires patience, right? And with patience, you need a lot of discipline. So easiest way to put it is I'm going to set an alert to when it's a better deal. It's as simple as that. Yes, it can continue to go up. You just have to ask yourself, is that something that you want to focus on, maybe a day trade? And is it going to be showing signs of an uptrend? If it's not something that you really want to focus on and you want to just focus on more when it's a better deal, then let's just do that, right? I'm going to set 3 alerts, and I'm also going to set an alert if it starts to make higher highs. I'm going to set a couple of alerts here just so I can stay up to date with this specific position or ticker. And it has pretty low volume, so I'm not a huge fan of that. I'm going to add this to the general watch list. All right. I just want you guys to know that, like, when I'm breaking a stock down, for all the people that are like sharing ticker symbols, it's not very time efficient or very like efficient for either one of us, just because obviously I'm not going to just like forget what I'm doing and then answer your question or start breaking down your stock. So just a little heads up if that's okay. So we got Deborah, ticker symbol EA. Let's go ahead and break this down very quick. So I'm trying to make a lot of examples, but I'll speed it up towards the end of the video. So as right now, ticker symbol EA, so this is EA Sports, has been showing signs of a very strong descending pattern. How do we know that? Well, it continues to make lower lows. It just had a huge sell-off. It's trying to show signs of reversal potential. What's one thing that we would like to wait out for? First of all, this SMA is showing signs of a peak formation, which means that it's going to most likely be acting as a resistance. So something that's going to struggle to break above. What is one thing with ticker symbol EA? So obviously we can see that it's very oversold. It might be in that good deal opportunity. First of all, what is something that we would like to wait out for? Something that it has not been doing. It's been making lower lows, right? So what's something that we can possibly, wait out for? So we can maybe wait for higher highs. We can maybe wait for a pullback confirmation, right? For this EMA line to actually start pointing up. Perfect. All right, we got it. So that's exactly what I would say, right? I would like to wait a little bit more for a confirmation that the direction of EA is moving up rather than down. And I think it's too early to tell. Some mistake that I think newer traders make too often is they try to identify these reversals way too soon. And I've done that multiple times where I think just a 1 or 2 day confirmation when it breaks above the EMA. So as we see, it was showing signs of a downward pattern. And just for 1 day, right? Just 1 day, it pushed up above this EMA line. And I'm just like, oh, forget about the downward pattern that it's been showing for the past 2 months. This 1 day confirmation means that it's going to go back up. And as we know, that's definitely not the case. I'm just, right? Just trying to be as real and as honest as I can based on my experience. And maybe some of you have never experienced, any of this, right? Or a red trade, right? So it might not relate to you guys, but to me and to I think a lot of other traders, we make a lot of mistakes, right? So I want to share that with each and every single one of you. So let's go ahead and do this one. Risky business, ticker symbol BABA. I knew that this one was going to be talked about. Okay. So I'm glad that you brought this one up in the sense of, it's what's one thing. Let's now share this. One thing that you like about this one and one thing that you don't like about this one. So what would you say?
The EMA is pointing down.
EMA line is pointing down. Something that you don't like. What's something that you do like about BABA right now?
Yeah, the MACD indicator looks like it's gonna start to point up.
Okay, my thing would be like it's in that good deal territory. It's like very oversold, right? So based on the past 180 days, it's a pretty good. It's in that good deal range. I wouldn't say that it's a good buy. There's a big difference that we have to understand to be able to distinguish something. When something is a good buy, it's because it's also showing direction that it's moving up. There is no direction of this thing moving up. It's been rejected by this EMA line multiple times. The MACD looks good. Yes, that's nice, but that really doesn't mean much because, again, it's done this multiple times and it just continues to get rejected. So I have my alert set already. I'm going to set my alert for lower lows as well because, again, I don't know which way it's going to be going. But one thing that I would like is wait for confirmation and to follow up with it. This shows a very similar pattern to ticker symbol FB. Right? Facebook, very oversold at the moment. Ticker symbol Tesla, if I'm not mistaken, very oversold at the moment. Ticker symbol Shop, right? Very oversold at the moment. A lot of huge multi-billion-dollar companies, especially tech companies as of right now, are very oversold in that good deal territory, but are not confirming reversals. And the easiest way for me to put it is, why not just be patient and wait for the reversal? A lot of people are saying, oh, wow, this is so cheap, I'm just going to continue to buy. That's definitely an approach that you can go if you plan to invest in this long term. But for a lot of people that plan on doing short-term swing trades or even day trades, there's no direction of it moving up. So as it continues to sell off, you're going to end up stop lossing out. And I think that's something that a lot of people are experiencing. Be very patient and be very selective with what you choose to invest in. Regardless if it's in that good deal territory, if there's no confirmation of that uptrend, then you might want to ask yourself, is this the best thing, the best deal that I can get right now? And that's really just it. So anyone know what studies Ricky uses? Well, if you're part of Techwood Solutions and or Learn Time Profit, you can simply go to our Discord in that Start Here section for Techwood Solutions, and it tells you my favorite indicators. But yeah, so I really do appreciate, I think the ticker was that we talked about was BABA. But again, it's following an overall pattern of just a lot of these larger companies are selling off. And I think the easiest way for me to put it is don't discourage yourself, especially if you're just getting started by investing in the stock market. Why invest in something that's selling off? Let's be patient. Let's be disciplined and wait for the confirmation. That's not true. So Luke. All right, let's move on to the next one. So Jordan, what's going on? CMG. Let's go ahead and break that down. So CMG, okay. Let's look at the volume intraday. Not bad. Chipotle.
Oh.
I love Chipotle.
It goes up because of all that guac they sell.
Yeah. I actually heard that the money that they make, who was it that we were speaking to? I think it was Caleb. The money that they make, the thing that has the largest margin of profit is chicken.
A chicken?
Guac, and the way that they make it, has one of the smallest margins. It's almost a break even, and also on their steak. And people don't think that.
I always have steak and guac.
Yeah, so they're making more money off of me, punks, than they are off of you. Yeah. That's crazy, right?
Yeah.
You would never think about that. Okay, so with ticker symbol CMG, what do you guys think about this? This is Chipotle. So as we know, if you're within the United States, Chipotle is life, right? I eat it all the time. I really do like it. But regardless of what I think, what is it that you guys think about ticker symbol CMG and the overall pattern right now? So good buy area. I like that. Wait for it. Okay. Too expensive. I think you're talking about, I'm not talking about the dollar value because that's irrelevant in the sense of, we're talking about the good deal and stuff like that. Needs to cross, form cup, okay. Oversold, waiting for confirmation, wait for the break above the EMA line, oversold, overall balance. Okay. Do you guys like the pattern that ticker symbol CMG? I think out of all the callouts that we've had so far, this one is at the closest point to a confirmation of a reversal, right? Right now, I still don't think it's a good buy, but going based off of previous patterns, one thing that I tried to identify is what indicators does it react very well with. And I think based on previous patterns, do you see how nicely it rides the SMA indicator and then it pushes up and then sells off and bounces right on it, right? It does go below it sometimes. Again, it's not a perfect indicator. But as we see, it was very overbought at around 530. It's sold off and it's showing signs of consolidation. And then we just got this confirmation on the MACD and then the RSI is starting to show more signs of an uptrend. Yes, we are approaching this resistance right around this EMA line, which is expected, right? But it's showing signs of a potential reversal. So one thing that I can wait out for is I can set an alert. If it starts to make higher highs, for it to alert me, right? And then also if it starts breaking multiple resistance levels, then maybe I can start adding more to my position. I want to invest in whatever's actively trending up. A big common mistake that people make is when they buy something and then it continues to sell off, they invest more money in it. They start throwing more money at it, so their average purchase price is lower. That's irrelevant. Wouldn't it make more sense to first take a small position and then add more to your position if and only if it confirms an uptrend? If it starts to sell off, then you can cut losses. And the beautiful thing about that is that your initial position was only a fraction of what your original position would be, because you're doing this, we do it a lot within Learn Plan Profit, where I buy in with maybe 50 or 60% of what my normal position is. And then if it confirms the uptrend, I'll add the remaining amount. Does that make sense? So with that being said, as of right now, no confirmation of an uptrend. It's consolidating, and we've talked about 3 stages in a reversal: rejection, consolidation, and then what's after consolidation. So this is a down pattern, right? So we could see it trending in between this. Then there's this consolidation pattern, right, where it kind of just flat lines. I don't know about you, but I don't want to invest my money and then it not make me any money, right? That's not very efficient nor effective. What's something that we'd wait for? Confirmation. Andrew, nay, you got it. Uptrend. There we go. So the price is higher than my account. Then it wouldn't make much sense to invest. But I'm talking again. I want you guys to know that the whole point of these Sunday stock talks, and for me to break down these stocks, are not actually like the actual stocks themselves are irrelevant. It's the points that I make and the way that I break things down, the thought process. That's what's important. If you guys are focused on like my exact ticker symbols, you guys should not be trading anything that I'm talking about or anyone else is talking about. It's the thought process and how we see value that I think is much more important. Does that make sense? And I think we could all agree on that. So with that being said, it would make more sense for a confirmation, right? Waiting for this thing to start moving up. 3 stages in a reversal: rejection, consolidation, and when it comes, it doesn't mean that it has to come right now, but confirmation. Higher highs, EMA line pointing up, and for it to be riding above this EMA line. But same for cryptocurrencies. Again, I don't trade Forex. I don't trade options. I don't trade cryptocurrencies. If you're asking when it comes down to technicals, is it the same thing? I would say technicals are pretty universal, but I'm sure that because it's a different market, there's different, potential indicators or different factors and forms of catalysts that can affect whatever it is that you are trading within whatever market. Yeah, but thank you again for calling this one out. I'm going to add it to I actually really like it. So I'm going to add it to my active uptrend watch list. It just means that I want to follow up with it after this video. So I really do appreciate this call out. Now, ticker symbol from Ryan, Billy. That's a funny one. Okay, so BiliBili. What is that? Do you know what that is?
No, let's find out.
Okay, so this one's kind of all over the place. No signs of an uptrend pattern. It's kind of getting rejected by the SMA indicator. I personally don't like these patterns too much. This is my preference, not something that you personally have to agree with.
Chinese website.
Chinese website. Okay.
Animation, comic, and game based in China.
Okay. Okay. All right. So one thing that I would do is I would set my alert here, and then I would wait a little bit more for confirmation that this thing is making higher highs. It looks like it has a pretty nice pattern of it making higher highs and higher lows as well. So it's pushed up higher than it did last time. Do you guys see that pattern where it pushed up, sold off, it didn't go as low as it did before, it pushed up, made higher highs, and pulled back, and then again it didn't go as of now as low as it did before. So one thing that we'd like to wait out for is more confirmation of an uptrend. So that's definitely something that we can look out for. The MACD looks good, the RSI looks good, and yeah, so we have a lot of people that are sharing their opinions, and again, all power to you. You know, you guys share your opinions and do whatever it is that you guys want. Again, I'm just focusing on the technicals. So I'm going to add this under the pending reversal watch list and go off of that. All right, here we go. Ticker symbol TQQQ. Mason, what's going on? Mason, what'd you eat for dinner today? What about? Let's see. All right, the MACD looks good. The RSI looks good. It looks like it's reached a lot of consolidation around this area. Let's see. So, okay. So it's making higher highs. So we got someone that ate Taco Bell. Nice. I really don't even know why I asked like what you ate for dinner. I was just trying to make small talk. I apologize if that was just weird. But one thing that I like about this specific ticker is, you know, it's showing signs of an uptrend pattern, right? So first of all, you guys need to know that it's an ETF. It's showing signs of an uptrend pattern. It continues to try to make higher highs, and every time that it pulls back, it doesn't go as low as it did before. So as it sold off, it looks like the SMA indicator is a pretty solid indicator. But now we need to wait for this EMA line to start pointing up. So we're reaching this like consolidation phase. Now I'm just going to set more of an more alerts on this reversal. So I think that with that being said, I know the inverse of this is SQQQ, right? And that's more of a downward pattern, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, SQQQ, that's more of a descending ETF. So it's really good to know both the inverse ETFs. Again, for those that are going to be like spamming my, for those that are going to be messaging me, just know that you can find all these ETFs and inverse ETFs online on Google. If you're part of Learn Plan Profit, I have a video and a section within the Discord chat for LPP that talks about the inverse ETFs and stuff like that. But other than that, you guys can find all this, you know, online as well. You just have to kind of like dig a little bit more. But yeah. Of course. Oh, thank you so much, Ishmael. Mr. Panda, I thought you were thanking me. My goodness.
You for what?
TNDM. Here we go. So TNDM has been showing signs of a very consistent uptrend pattern. Overall margins are, you know, not very high. It doesn't like cover huge margins. But again, if you like the overall potential for profit that this thing has to offer, and the thing that I find most attractive about TNDM is the consistency, right? Month after month, it's just been very consistent on it pushing up. We still want to focus on the very basics of understanding what we're investing in, making sure that we're, you know, getting a good deal, and that we continue to make higher highs. So with that being said, you know, let's, if you like and see value in this one, I would like to follow up with this one and just see kind of how it plays out. And let's set some alerts if this thing starts making higher highs and potentially making, you know, 52-week highs and stuff like that, or if it starts to pull back. I think that's really good to know. Oh, look, we got King Durant putting a picture of his favorite fruit. All right. OSB. All right. Here we go. All right. So again, just to put it, this helps me have a better understanding of like what I'm investing in. and when it comes down to like what it is that I'm trading, right? So as of right now, for ticker symbol OSB, we could see that the ranges from $35 to $37 are viewed as overall kind of like support territory. Kind of this is where it bounces at based on previous pattern. We could see signs of a reversal right here. And then when it comes down to highs of 43 to 45, we could see signs of a little bit more on the overextended side, right? Being a little bit more, not such a good deal. So why is that important? Because if you're buying something, you want to buy it for a good deal and then sell it in a territory or price range that's maybe not so much of a good deal that you're selling it for a good price, right? So with that being said, looking at ticker symbol OSB, based on technicals, we could say that, okay, as of right now, it's still trending down, so we still want to get and wait for confirmation like we do for every single thing, right? As of right now, it's showing signs of a potential uptrend, and it's in that good deal range. Now we're just waiting a little bit more for confirmation. One thing that I'll do here is I'll also set this for the break below and go based off of that. All right. But other than that, I think that OSB is showing signs of a very consistent pattern. Looking at the overall volume is pretty low, so it's probably not something that I would personally trade just due to the overall capital. Looks like I had a pretty aggressive sell-off, showing signs of a potential reversal. Again, just setting alerts on when it starts to show signs of this full-on reversal, I think would be very important. So, yeah.
Someone asked about your trading account size.
My account size? My trading account size?
Yeah, they donated you $2 and asked you.
Oh. They donated money to ask me for?
And I answered that question 2 times before.
Oh, you answered? Okay.
Yeah.
I say it in every video. I try to trade anywhere with around $25,000 to $35,000. And every time at the end of the month, that for those that are always asking, like, how do I pay myself? Every time at the end of the month that I'm over $30,000, at the end of the month, I bring it back to $25,000 and then I start again. So it's the same thing every single time. I think we've been asked that question so many times.
Yeah, I've answered it like 3 or 4 times today.
Yeah. All right. So let's see. Omar, ticker symbol EGAM. I think I've seen a couple of your messages, so I appreciate you being so patient with your call out. Okay. So ticker symbol EGAM. As of right now, Omar, just to keep it very simple, very aggressive sell-off. Right, it was showing signs of a very consistent uptrend pattern. As of right now, it's not showing that, right? Descending EMA line, descending pattern overall. I would just set alerts. If it starts to change its direction, great. If not, then guess what? We don't have to invest in it. That's the beautiful thing about not being invested in something, is not having to, ride it as it sells off. Looks like on Friday I had a really red day. Really sorry for those that, had to experience that. But again, another huge factor. That's why one of our top rules are always manage your risk, right? Make sure that you understand where to cut losses and that you understand how to step away and stuff like that. So is ShareTrader good to start? Small account. So Captain, I want you to know, again, I see that your messages are popping up and thank you again for your donations, but you do not have to donate to ask questions. And when it comes down to like just getting started, ShareTrader, I personally have never used it. I've heard a lot of good things and bad things about it. All I would say is, like, test it out before you invest and dump a bunch of money, or even whatever it is that you do have, right? You're saying with a small account, I don't know how much you're trading with. Test it out. Check out their customer support. Check out their overall reviews when it comes down to execution and how they execute trades and stuff like that, and user experience. I think that that's very clear for everything that we use. I personally am a huge believer in customer experience and overall support. Robinhood, although they do offer free trades, their support is non-existent, right? So that's why I personally don't use it, right? But when it comes down to TD Ameritrade or Fidelity, I've had a very positive experience. That's my preference and that's my opinion. And I know a lot of people do support me with that, but also I'm sure some people absolutely hate TD Ameritrade and absolutely hate Fidelity. And I want you to make the most logical decision for whatever's best for you. And I think you need to invest a little bit more time to learn more about it. So thank you again for asking. You speak so fast or too fast. I apologize. You could slow down the video after it posts. It slows it down. Just imagine, these videos that I make are normally like 20 minutes to about an hour, and this is with me speaking the way that I do.
I know.
It would be like 2 hours maybe or more. So I do apologize if I speak a little bit too quick for some of you. It's just I get really excited when I start talking. So yeah. Let's see. All right, let's do about 2 more ticker callouts, and then we'll end it with the how many of you guys think that we should do a Learn Plan Profit discount? So we just got the new house, and I thought we could do a new discount for those that are really interested in learning and trading with me live every day, for those that want to join Learn Plan Profit. So let me know, and then we can do that. All right. All right, but let's do a BKS. Let's do 2 more breakdowns. BKS. Okay, I could tell that this has low volume right away. Yeah, I personally would not trade it because of the low volume. The reason I could tell that is because of this volatility, right? This push up, this like quick shift in price. Usually experiences with lower volume stocks. This is Barnes & Noble's. Not a huge fan of them. Let's look at their 1-year analysis. Strong downward pattern. I personally would stay away. I don't like the overall direction. If you actually know what Barnes & Noble's is, I don't think that they're doing too well as a company. Their past earnings haven't been the best. They're kind of like that in-store, tangible bookstore. Although it's great, and I really appreciate everything that they do, I think because of with technology, it's becoming a little bit more irrelevant. So it looks like it did amazing, right? Even with bad earnings, it did really good. Maybe its guidance was there. I would expect this thing to pull back most likely. And again, just understanding the overall direction. So, yeah, let's end it with this. Okay, Facebook. Well, actually, I'm not going to end it with this because we talked about this one already when it came down to ticker symbol BABA. So I think it's very oversold. I think it's at good deal territory. No confirmation of a reversal. So I would wait a little bit more on that. Ticker symbol ATVI. Oh man, Dusan, you didn't put it in the full format. I'm sorry. Justin, I think I already did your ticker. Microsoft also follows, I think, every breakdown that we've done when it comes down to the major companies. Here we go. So Sheldon, Powell, ticker symbol AZN. Sheldon's the name of my favorite character. One of my favorite shows. One of the only shows that I really have ever watched is The Big Bang Theory. That's a beast. Sheldon Cooper, my guy. What? Dude, that guy's freaking beast. That's why I bought that Flash shirt. Yeah. Alright, so ticker symbol AZN, as of right now, showing signs of a descending pattern. And again, you guys are going to be like, wow, Ricky, what the heck? Why are you breaking down so many stocks for that are showing signs of a downward pattern? Overall market is down. Right? So it makes sense on why a lot of these stocks are following that pattern. It just means that we have to be more selective. So instead of rather than complaining and making excuses on why the market sucks, focus so much more time to identify what stocks are trending up and where you can make your money. Because again, complaining isn't going to do anything. So as you can see, signs of a downward pattern, signs of potential consolidation, and I would wait a little bit more for a reversal. I would wait for that EMA line to start pointing up a little bit more, and the overall confirmation of that, potential reversal. So The Office, The Big Bang Theory. I don't like The Office, but again, that's my opinion. All right. I'm already in you guys, Greg. What's going on, Don? What's up, my man? So, and then for those that are asking, when am I going to do my top stocks that I see value in, I will be doing that tomorrow. So this is Sunday Stock Talks. It's mainly for the stocks that our group sees value in, usually on Mondays or on Tuesdays for my second video of the day, because I go live after I go live for the people that are part of Learn Plan Profit, and they get to watch me trade live. I usually do a recap on either my profits or my losses. And then the second video for the day, that's on Monday. That's where I will talk about the top stocks that I see value in. So, yeah, that's really just it. So, new LPP member, love your stuff. I did not post in the group alerts. Still completing the course, keeping up the good work. Riley, really do appreciate that. And again, just remind you guys don't have to donate, but I thought it. Oh, okay. what was it? We had a guy like 2 weeks ago like donate like what was it, like $35.
So like consistently. They're like
Yeah, he was doing it because he wanted. He was like, buy yourself some Raising Cane's. I actually had some Raising Cane's today. So one thing that I do want to say is the reason Riley is saying that like I did not post in the group alerts. The reason that he's saying that is like if you're part of Learn Plan Profit, I usually send out a message on Sunday or on Monday. You guys have to understand like it's not Learn Plan Profit is not just a course. Like the course, and I want everyone to say this for those that are part of Learn Plan Profit. Like feel free to share your own opinion. But the course is like the very like beginning factor of like what Learn Plan Profit is. It's just to provide that foundation, that general understanding of how we invest in the stock market. One thing that I do that I feel like a lot of people maybe don't do is I really try to hold our traders accountable. Regardless if I have 5 traders or, tens of thousands and millions of traders, one thing that I try to do is I really try to hold every trader accountable. And I think the 2 biggest factors that makes anyone successful in any market is consistency and the reminder to not give up, especially if you have a passion for it. That's the biggest thing. So if you have a passion for investing in the stock market and you lack in discipline for people to motivate you, or you lack the consistency in doing your technical analysis on a weekly basis, then that's what I'm here for. I'm here to remind you, to tell you that if you're not doing it, then you should not be trading. And it doesn't mean that you should give up on trading altogether, but it just means that, before you take your next trade, just ask yourself, have you done the work required to be profitable? If so, yes, and great. If not, then guess what? You can do something about it. You can invest the time needed to understand what you're investing in. And I think that's the beautiful thing about it. So I'm going to go ahead and close this out. So this is Sergio. He day trades too. Ishmael, I think, is taking a call right now. Who is
I'm
it?
with Justin.
Justin?
Discussing the discount code.
Oh, for Learn Plan Profit?
Yes.
I want to do a coin flip.
Okay.
So thanks for the reminder. Yeah, so that's what I'm here for. For those that are asking, like, what does Ricky do other than sit behind his computer and be a dingleberry? I'm day trading with this group. I go live for about 30 minutes to 1 hour every single day. So if you've ever wanted to watch me trade live, we literally do it every single day. So that's what I'm here for. I day trade live. It's not just to watch what I'm trading, but it's for you to learn. And if you're a person that's a visual learner and you want to see my thought process, then that's the whole point of it. So what's it called? Yeah, that's really just it. We have that private group chat where you can direct message me at any time that you have any questions, and we can go from there. So he's on the phone with Justin. That's the funny thing.
I'll discuss between those 2.
So pick someone to join your program. Help us out. So we're not doing a giveaway. We're not doing a giveaway yet. So, yeah. Let's see.
All right, time to let everyone know. All right, see ya. You just got off the phone. You're doing a coin flip, right?
Yeah, coin flip.
Perfect. We have the discounts set up.
Okay. So
we'll activate it as soon as you choose. So one is I don't know if I'm supposed to say the actual.
Yeah, let's do this. So what should the discount be? So for those that want to join Learn Plan Profit, what should the discount be? So holy moly.
That's what you put, right?
Yeah.
And that's what he did.
Okay.
Obviously.
But it's together.
Yes.
Okay. All right, so we got $20 off, 30 to 70% off, $250 off, 50% off,
Free.
90% off. How about I pay you? How about I pay you so I could work with you every single day for the rest of our lives? I think that makes a lot of sense. So $100 off. Flip the coin. All right, Justin's telling me to shut up already. All right, so I'm going to do it. The 2 discounts that we have available right now, one's for $35 off, one's for $50 off. I'm going to do this. If we do heads, that will be for $50 off. If we do tails, that will be for $35 off. And we'll do this for the first, I want to limit, so message Justin, I want to do it for the first 15 people. So 15 people, $35 or $50 off. So let's just make sure that we have that set up.
First 15 people.
Yep. All right. Ready? All right, $299 off. You guys are funny. All right, $50 off. That's heads. I want to make sure that the lighting's good. So heads, tails. This is $75. I'm sorry, $35 off. Yeah, let's do it. Can you guys see that?
I can't even see it.
No?
Tails,
It's
no?
tails, no?
It's a heads.
No, it's tails.
So
There we go.
$35 off.
Tails, yeah, $35 off. So, all right.
It was new gold. Or what was it?
Yeah, it was.
Or was it?
No, it was. No.
Didn't you? I thought you.
It
When
was.
I was on the phone with him, he told me this. Want me to call him again?
Oh, it was new goal, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. All right. So we're gonna do $35 off, right? And I don't know. Maybe we should. I don't know if we should. We do this like once a month. So, yeah. People are saying that we didn't do it right.
Really?
Oh, what the heck? Okay, maybe I
They're
should.
dying for the 15.
Yeah. All right.
It's lower.
All right.
25 and 35.
I'm going to do it one more time, but for those that end up purchasing, and I can see all the people that purchase it, for all those that purchase the course, and that I can see your names as well, I'm going to do it one more time. Oh, he literally just gave away the code. Justin, remove your message.
Want me to remove it?
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to do it one more time, and if I landed it, whoever purchases it,
He's out.
you need to take me to Raising Cane's, all right?
I can report him or block him.
No, don't block him. All right, I'm gonna go here. Caught it, right? Dang, that's heads. All right, let's flip it again.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, no, I'm fine with doing the $50 off. So
He took it off.
you took it off?
Yes.
Okay.
So that one is no longer active.
Yeah. So
Let me check.
15 people. What is it? What's the promo code?
It is new crib.
New crib.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So new crib.
This side.
All right, there we go. Laughing so hard over here. Oh my god. Yeah, you guys cracked me up. But okay. Promo code new crib. NEWCRIB. What is that? $50 off for the first 15 people. We'll leave it active until the end of tonight. They usually only last about like 10-15 minutes, but we'll see how long it goes for. I wanted to thank you guys again for absolutely everything it is that you guys do. I'm really looking forward to all those that are going to join us and be able to join like our daily live streams. For those that get to watch me trade live, for those that are part of Learn Plan Profit, and I'm really excited to hear about all your guys' successes. For those that are part of Learn Plan Profit and TechBot Solutions. So thank you guys again for absolutely everything it is that you guys do. I hope you guys all had an amazing weekend. Let me ask you this. So for those that are just getting started and just in general potentially wanting to get started in investing in the stock market, what is a trader's favorite day of the week? What does everyone look forward to that normal people don't? And once you start trading, you will understand this. And there we go. Mondays. And trust me, if you hate Mondays because it's when the weekend is over, I can guarantee you that if you have a passion for investing in the stock market, you will grow to love Mondays, because it's when, again, you are given new opportunity to make the most out of that specific day, and you can't over the weekend. So it's great. You guys party, have fun, enjoy time with your family, do whatever it is that you do on the weekend. But when it comes down to Monday through Friday, on Monday, that's where we set the tone. So let's be selective, let's be patient, and let's be disciplined on what we choose to invest in. One of the best trades that you can take, one of the best trades that you can take is not taking one at all, especially when that value is not there for you. So I want to thank you guys again for your time. Again, that third link in the description, that's to join TechBot Solutions for our free Facebook group, right? We have a little bit over 145,000 members. And then when it comes down to joining Learn Plan Profit, for the next 15 people that enroll, use promo code new crib?
Yes, new crib.
NEWCRIB, 15 people, $50 off. And we normally don't do $50 off. So I want to thank you guys again for your time. Continue working hard, continue following your dreams. Let your passion be what drives your success. Hope you guys all have an amazing rest of your Sunday. And like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take it easy, team.